it's Catherine and welcome, and thank you for joining me on another Tuesday sewing. And today we're going to be doing first part. I think will probably be a 3-part series looking at turning stitch and paper into fabric. And what I thought I'd start with, because I've had a few requests, not everybody you know, a seamstresses or whatever, and that includes myself. I can't do a straight line. I think that's probably why I like junk journaling and textile art. So you can do anything wonky and it goes. But there's a few that have got machines, and like I was, you know, many years ago, was a bit scared of it and really didn't feel comfortable threading it, etc. So I have had a couple of requests just to quickly show you threading. I'm using my basic Janome again today, because I want to be able to show you that you don't need to buy a really expensive sewing machine with all the gadgets and all the trimmings unless you're going to really get your money's worth out of the wear. You know, price per wear is going to be worth it for you. So I'm showing you that you can do, you know, we can do this fabric making on here. This this one, I think I explained in my last video. It's great because it's got 2 stations. I'm trying to do it at a funny angle here. 2 stations, so you can do twin sewing, or you can put a bobbin on there for, you can wind your bobbin up from another spool. Now, some machines, like my brother's got on the back, it's got like a horizontal rather than a vertical port. It's got horizontal port, and if you're doing it from a horizontal port, then your cotton will go on that way with your cotton coming out of the top, unless it says otherwise obviously in your instructions, but I find that that's the easiest way. This one is obviously vertical, and you put it on here. This one, you don't have a stopper to keep it secure, this style. With my horizontal one, you put a stopper in. You'll have seen them, the plastic discs that you just can you just pass me that, please? Thank you. This is it. So obviously you don't do it on here, but with the other you will clamp it into position so it's keeps it in place. I better put that there, else I'll be losing it. Okay, some machines will have got a little hook at the back. This one doesn't, this particular one doesn't. And this on the front is to keep your tension from when you are winding your bobbin. So this isn't needed. So you'll often find there'll be something that looks very similar to this on all machines, and it's a little tension wheel for when you are winding your bobbin up, to make sure that you've got a good even tight tension on your bobbin. Now sometimes, and my brother's the worst for this, it can get tangled up, and the tension, if the tension drops off, you end up with a load of cotton on your spool that's very slack, and it another way of getting a wasp's nest behind your work. So no little hooks that you have to pass through here, and don't forget, you don't want to use your tension wheel here, and this is for doing your bobbin as well. So most machines will have got something that looks a bit like that for doing your bobbin. Okay, so this one, all we do is we thread it through there, and most machines now, modern machines, you will be given, there's a little arrow and it's numbered. So number 1, number 2, you take it round there. Number 3, let me have I got that to the top? I can't see. Sorry, I'm trying to see around my tripod. That's better. That's better. You want to have this up at the top. Now this is number 3. Sometimes most machines you've got where it's got an automatic little slit at the back, so you just pull it forward and it goes into the little hole here, and you take it down to number 4. So I'll just do that again. So no hooks and eyes at the back, round this little clip, number 1, round there's number 2, clip it into your presser foot, and number 4 is take it down to here. Okay, I'll just do it. Shall we do it one more time? You want me to do it one more time? Okay, no hooks there, round that hook, round, up, into your pressure foot and down. And then when we get down here, you will have, each machine has a different little hook, through your little hook, and you're ready for threading your needle. Okay, so I've threaded it around this little hook, so there will be some sort of little hook so that it's not all flapping, so that it's not flapping all over the place. Okay, and then at this stage what I do is, if I've got too much cotton, don't forget, cut it on a slant so that it's easier to thread. I've taken my glasses off so I can see. Oh, there we go. Thread your needle front to back. I'll do that again. It's hard to do it, I can't do it left-handed, sorry guys, so I'm probably in the way. But yeah. And I'm not meaning to, you know, for those that are excellent at sewing, I'm not meaning this is just my way. Okay, so we've got it threaded there, and then I take it behind. So you should have got your bobbin thread and that thread there behind. Okay, I don't know why I suddenly get a frog in my throat when I'm filming. Must be a nervous frog. So this is what I want to show you today. Now we're not actually using this method. I'll probably do this next week. But this is all paper, and it's turned into a cover. So that's just me repurposing all. It's a memory thing for my mum and my mum. This was something I made, a 2013 diary I made, and the cover was specially done because Romarsh, if you may just see that there, it says Romarsh. Well, that is in Rotherham in South Yorkshire, and this is the place where my mum grew up. And so I wanted to make a stitch to fabric cover with the map of Old Romarsh, and then also, so the full cover is the map of Old Romarsh, and then here, I don't know if you can just see this, but my mum, this is like old nurse's outfit. My mum did her nurse training at Montague Hospital in Mexborough, and this was some old image that I found on the public domain of a doctor and nurse doing a ward round, so it was relevant to my mum. But you can see it's made a lovely cover, and you wouldn't believe that was paper really. Okay, but we'll do that particular one next week. Now let me shove my machine forward a bit. It's a right rigmarole this, you know. We haven't got technical stuff, we've just got one man and his camera and his dog. Okay, so to start with, I've put some red thread in so it'd be easier for you to see, and I've set my machine to one of the decorative stitches. If you've got something that looks a bit like herringbone or interlinked, some sort of interlinked stitch, which this has, even as a, you know, quite a basic machine, but I'm just going to test it out first because I want to make sure it's okay. Now sorry, I'll have to try and go over the top of the camera to wheel. So with this, I have to wheel that. I'm used to just pressing a button, you know. Okay, so let's see how this is working. Sorry guys, it's going to be noisy, it's a stitching video, sorry. Okay, and we've got the needle down and up. You know, it's not create and craft, it's our front bedroom. So bear with me. So you can see that's the sort of stitch this gives me, and well, I'm happy with that. It's not all gathering at the back. So again, like I said when we were going through the machine, one of the other videos, just make sure that you've you've got the right thickness of needle. You don't want the smallest fine needle if you're going to go through hefty paper or whatever. Now this is a 100, and we'll have a go now. So what I've got here is I've cut 2 pockets out of Rachel's, sorry, over the top and far away, and yeah, so I'm going to do a bit to show you, and then I'll do the rest in slow time, because just watching me sewing 2 pockets is probably a bit boring. Okay, so here we go, so just bear with the noise. Getting used to a presser foot again, because I don't have a presser foot on my big machine. Just stop start malarkey. Okay, I'll have to go that way, sorry. Crikey. Alright then, so we'll turn it round and we'll just do a slight bit this way. Okay, needle down and we turn it around. It's not any great shakes, and off we go again. So just enough, move it enough so it's going to be very close and interlinked. Doesn't matter if you get a bit of a gap, you can always go back. Sorry, I'm not used to having to turn the needle in. Can you see there? We're just going to go along here a little bit. Okay, turn the needle down. That's it. Now then, I'm not happy with that positioning because that's going to make too big a gap. So I'm just going to go back slightly. Okay, I'm going to put my needle down and I'm going to turn it round. That's better. Okay, and off we go. Still a bit of a gap, but we can fill that in. I was trying to get it where the needle ended up in. You can't when you're doing it by foot. Right, okay. Oh dear. I'm just going to come back here a touch now. Okay. Right, I'm just going to fill this bit of a gap in. Doing it nicer than on my brother. Okay, right, just going to take that out now. So can you see how we're starting to build it up? And this is the back, and it's a shame you can't feel that because it's already got, you know, a different level of thickness to it. And yeah, you may not do it in the red, you may not want it. If it's part of the decorative effect, then yes, you know, if you've got reds on your journal page or whatever and you want it to tie in, do whatever colour you want. I'm doing this so you can see. It's very difficult to do, so as you can see, it's got a bit messy down here. But, you know, when I'm working with one hand and one leg around a tripod, one finger, one thumb, keep moving, if you remember that. I used to sing that when we were kids. So I'm just going to continue in slow time, and I'm going to continue to fill this in. And then I'll come back to you, because obviously you don't want to just sit there while I'm going up and down, up and down. So it's as easy as that, really, for just a basic, you want to make a basic pocket, or say you want a lovely tag that's, you know, that's got this lovely feel of fabric to it. Okay then, so I'll come back in a few ticks when I've done this. Okay, I'm back, and so this is the one I've done. It's not the most neatest of pieces, because I carried on doing it stood up, and trying to press the presser foot stood up, arm round the tripod. So anyway, it gives you the basic idea there. So I've done another one properly sat down, and I've done it with you know, a neutral thread, and you can see he always has to have a woof, that Nelson. He hasn't woofed all morning. Right. So you can see here, oh, and it feels gorgeous. It's a shame you can't feel it. I've gone round and round on a different pattern this time. Yeah, look how lovely that makes. So you can imagine that then on a page. I did have a page somewhere here. We'll just have a sheet of paper here. So you've got your sheet of paper there, and then you know, you just glue that on your page, and you've got a lovely pocket there. And it depends on what finish you're wanting, so we'll show as we go along. You might want to do more decorative stitches going round, depends if it's going to be a cover or whether it's just a pocket. And you wouldn't necessarily do it, you know, in red like that, and cover everything up behind it. I mean, you may as well just use blank paper if you just want to see the image on top. But if you obviously want to see some of it coming through, which I think that looks lovely with some of the old Italian text coming through, then, you know, use a light colour. And so you've got the strength, that's now lovely and strong. So lovely and strong now, you've got the strength there, extra strength. And then if you want to do more decorative sewing on top, then you can do. It depends what finish you want. So hopefully that's helped you. That's it's quite easy to do, so have a go at it. And you know, it's just a matter of finding a stitch and interlocking it. And as I say, you know, that's me stood up and half an arm and a leg wrapped around the tripod. So yeah, it could be a lot neater, and doesn't really matter, does it? So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you've enjoyed that, give me a thumbs up, please, and don't forget to subscribe and press the notification bell for all, so that you'll be notified on any videos that I've got coming up. Don't forget, Thursday I've got a new project starting to use some of your small scraps, very small scraps of paper and fabric. So thank you very much. And yeah, thank you for your time. Take care. Bye.